And that end, the water runs through Islamic secondary. Where Islamic secondary is, where is this area? Whenever it rains for 1 hour, you come here, you can't see any building. All this was, you only see the iron bars and all this. But the fence built, you see it from there up to the other side. Just I will come past here up to the other side. Let's do this. The water runs from Islamic secondary towards Fu, where we have the river. It runs there. And normally there are other floods coming from other sectors, running to join the running water. And they are built alongside the water.
Oh, I see. So this is really a zone. Area.
When it's 1 hour, if you come here, you can't even enter. All these clothes and all, you can't see it again. It will be flooded.
It's a valley, you see.
Yes.
It's a valley.
Now let's look at the bridge. Where would the water pass under? Where would the water come from? Yes, block it.
Yes, because
the water. So where would the water?
Yeah.
Your Excellency, you can see this car found in the big gutter. That is the car the late Hajia was driving, going to pick her children from school, and it picked the car from the main trunk road leading town into towards Bolga. So around Garba Lodge, the water spilled over the road, and the waves were so powerful in such a way that when the lady got to the middle of the bridge, the waves washed her car into the bridge, and it carried it up to this point. It would have carried the car even beyond this point, but this is also a steel bridge, which was also washed away. So as a result of that, it came and got blocked. So yesterday, the residents at the other side of the bank, they couldn't cross, and then these people too could not cross. So this is just a sample of the extent of damage that has occurred within the Tamale Metropolitan Assembly, Sanargo District Assembly, within the catchment communities of Tamale City. So this is just an example. But that notwithstanding, what we witnessed here, there were also animals, goat, sheep, and other small fowls, guinea fowls, were also carried and washed away by this flood. Apart from that, belongings of school children, families, households got flooded and destroyed. So some other persons also sustained serious degrees of injuries. And beyond Tamale to the major link roads to the major districts within the region, like Yendi linking to Bimbila. About 3 major points, bridges got washed away, so vehicles cannot move goods and services as well as farm produce across. Then linking Bimbila to Salga, the major trunk route is also cut off. If you take Volta region, coming into northern region through northern Volta, through Damankong Passa, where the Eastern Corridor work is ongoing, there are 2 major spots that are washed away, whereby trucks cannot pass through. So the challenges we are confronted with, and then also Tamale Karga, Gushegu, that stretch to, there is a part of the major bridges that has been washed away. So for the hinterlands, a lot of the smaller bridges linking some major communities within the northern region has suffered the same damage. So this is what I can say in a very summary form.
I'm here with a delegation that has been sent by the President, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. We heard of what had happened in Tamale and surrounding areas yesterday with massive rainfall and flooding. And we, together with the Minister for Interior, Minister for Defense, Minister for Information, few MPs, Director General for NADMO, many officials. We are all here to assess the damage and to commiserate with people and their families who have lost lives, lost property. The damage is quite massive. It's quite massive, and it's a very saddening, it's a very sad situation. We are looking here at a vehicle in which was swept away by the water, and in which the occupant, Hajia Fati Bapuni, died. In fact, before I came to Tamale today, all I knew was that someone was swept away in a vehicle. We had had those reports. Arriving here and reading through some information, I realized that Hajia Fati was actually my own classmate from primary school. And so it is actually a bit personal as I stand here and look at this. It's very, very sad. Of course, as government, we have to try and offer whatever assistance we can to the displaced people, commiserate with the families, mourn with them, but more importantly, also see to what sort of measures can be put in place to prevent this sort of occurrence. What is clear is that there is a need for drainage, storm drains, but there is also a need for people not to be building houses in waterways. I think one of the problems we have seen in these low-lying areas is that many people have built houses without permits. And we need to have more of a collaboration between the district assemblies and the traditional authorities so that buildings can take place more orderly. And we will not therefore get a recurrence of this type of situation. I think this is something that the regional minister, the regional coordinating council, the traditional authorities and so on, we all have to sit down and see essentially what sort of measures we can bring to bear to prevent these unnecessary occurrences, which will be the case every time the rainy season comes across and rains fall heavily. So we have to look at how to deal with this. But for now, we just are trying to get a sense of what has happened, and we will therefore see how to do, how to prevent this structurally, and if it is possible to move people so that we clear the waterways. I think it is something we should do. So thank you very much. It's a sad day.
Zaha, the window to last gypsies, comes out. Normal the Dapsele, Kamal the Saha, Kamal the Yankee Fisher. You will be I to pursue Zion. As you fatty, one hour's on the zone number. I was on Melukiama. Now I check a yellow chandamar and yellow boom she is on to. 1 year shall catch on one, now check at Yama Captain. So,